We're back and we're still going. It's Game 4 of the Corsair Summer Tour 2013 Grand Finals. I'm LD.
I'm Luminous.
And we're ready for Game 4. Mousesports versus Virtus Pro. Well, we saw Axe last game, Lumi. I don't think anything could beat that.
I think some things could beat
Come
that.
on, VP.
Come
on.
Dude,
Don't let us down
other
now.
stuff.
The draft's underway. We'll dive into it. They started off normal. They started off pretty standard. They get the KSI Prophet. They get the crazy Queen of Pain.
Right.
All good so far. But when do things get exciting? When do they get spicy?
Now we just need SD, Dazzle, Axe. Let's go.
SD, Dazzle plus Naga is legit as well.
Sure,
if you want to,
yeah.
Although Naga's banned here.
Come on.
So.
But Naga don't dunk as hard.
And it's great against Lifestealer. That's physical damage.
I'm done. That's my guess for VP. And then Mouse is going to go boring like Alchemist. And
well, while
maybe
we
a
give
Puck.
Yeah. Boo. Boo. Of course, Mouse still has plenty of fans rooting for them out there. I think they actually had more fans in the client in terms of pennants. So if you are a fan of VP or if you're a fan of Mouse, you should go buy a pennant as the International 3 is coming. And what a better way to show your support. So, guys, on that note, while we have a moment here, the team's doing some pretty standard second stage bans. If you want to win a free gaming PC, if you want some free Dota TV tickets, go to gc.corsair.com, make the organizers happy. In all seriousness, Corsair has done a lot for esports. They were the primary sponsors behind the last two DreamHacks. The most recent one was Asus, but before that, it was Corsair who believed in Dota from the beginning. They're continuing to invest in it, and the best way to support them, honestly, is to enter the giveaway, even if you don't care about winning it, because they look at those numbers, and that's one of the main ways they're evaluating the success of the tournament. Not viewership, not fan hype around it, but how many people enter our giveaway. So if you want to support them, if you want to see more events like this, gc.corsair.com.
Is today's the last day?
Today's the last day.
Okay.
I don't know about I think the giveaway, the entries will probably end soon, but I don't know when they give it away.
Okay, so
they probably have announced it on the website.
Your last chance. I mean, you have your 5-minute pause in between games.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do. Get,
Come on. Do it for me and Lumi.
Do it for Axe.
Do it for Axe. Do it for VP.
Yeah.
And speaking of VP, now things get interesting. They'll go for Razor here. Pretty good game to go Razor.
Have you ever seen Razor game go okay? I mean, like, you have Razor game just fails.
We saw one yesterday. That 96-minute game. It went okay.
Not for him. He was non-factor.
Yeah, well, he was, but he farmed. He had a butterfly.
Right, but he was a non-factor, right?
He had shreds.
So my question: have you seen Razor either go balling hard, balling out of control, and goes Mushi rampage style, or you have a Razor? So, is there anything in between for Razor? It seems like he either wins a lane hard or he doesn't.
Yeah, and it's. Yeah, you're probably right. I wanna say that I've seen games where he kind of does decently, but it's sort of the nature of the hero. Either you get really tanky and you just cannot be killed, and you steal all their damage and just right-click everyone to death and push their towers down fast, or you can't quite kill heroes and then you farm
and you die,
and other heroes use farm.
Oh God! All right.
Yes. Boom. Here we go. Round number 2. They go Axe again, Lumi, but I gotta say this is a much more dangerous game to go Axe because there's a gyrocopter.
Yeah.
You do not want to be tanking.
Can't dive gyro. Nyx Assassin shred you apart with things like Mana Burn. Lifestealer has Rage and Infest. That's a heal spell. That's a way to kill creeps and get back in the fight. I'm not sure if this is an Axe game, but hey, don't let me stop you from picking Axe.
Don't let... Now, VP, I want to see something even more exciting for this last pick. They're not afraid to do it. We'll see what NS, the mastermind, has up his sleeve. As for Cinderin, probably something pretty safe and standard. We're looking at Fata's hero here. We have a Koikfa Lifestealer. We've got a black gyrocopter. And then we'll just have to see what they give Fata. What do you think he'll go for? His Puck's banned, so we'll see him on something different this game.
I think Storm Spirit, if he has.
Ooh.
I think the laning situation...
VP has very little lockdown. A Storm could just crush them.
Well, the lane's going to be hard against Queen of Pain, so that might be a reason not to do it. But Storm Spirit not going to get killed by any of these things. You could initiate against the backlines, Nature's Prophet, and whatever the last support is. It gives vehicle for that lifesteal to go in. It's a elusive hero, good against melee heroes overall, like Axe, and Razor to me is a quasi melee hero because he's always in the center of things. So I think that's a good pick. But does Fata play Storm too much? I haven't seen it too much from him.
In general, no. Fata seems. I feel like there's. A lot of our solo mid players, you have like your hyper-aggressive ones like Dendi and Korok. Although Korok's been playing carry lately, but when he was mid, he's that kind of style. Mushi, another great example of that. Fata to me is much more like an S4, more of a defensive, stable, reliable solo mid. Sometimes he'll have the flashy plays, but he's more just someone that you count on to be there when you need him.
Right.
He's like an insurance policy for your team.
Okay.
So now it gives us a solo mid Beastmaster.
Oh, yes.
They have to do this.
Go full on early game.
I feel like they needed to just pick a super aggressive laning support because look at Mouse. They're 5-man, they're mid-game, they're locked down. VP have to be ahead.
Okay, so the very important thing to point out is that you can dodge Gale
with Rage.
With Rage. But if the Gale is on you, you cannot Rage off of it. You'll still be slow. So that's the very important distinction that if you're playing Venomancer against magically mean heroes like Lifestealer, that you got to be very careful about.
Do you know if Rage removes Battle Hunger?
No, it does not.
No?
No, it does not.
Okay. So it blocks the damage, though, right?
Yeah, it will block the damage, yes.
Okay. But you still get slow?
Yes.
All right. On that note, we'll introduce the teams. Mousesports on the Dire side, Virtus Pro on the Radiant. The Germans still leading 2-1, and the lone non-German on the team. It's Cinder, and it's the Danish captain of this squad. Let's see if his standard draft has what it takes. He's playing the Nyx Assassin. On Pos, you've got a Rubik. The solo mid, it'll be Fata, playing the Beastmaster. Black, the carry Gyro, headed towards the top lane. That leaves us with an off-lane lifestealer for Koikfa. He's been pulled. He's sitting on 9 tangos and a healing salve. And on the Radiant side, no surprises here. VP going for something crazy. Off the bat, up the river, into the enemy jungle. They're on the Radiant side. NS, your Axe once again. Illidan Storm Range, he'll be playing the Razor, or Airman as he's also known. ars-art, your Veno, one of his signature heroes from a bygone age. Tame My Wild.
Oh, Black. Black, the body blocks begins.
Oh, it's got to be, it's not perfect.
No.
It need to be perfect for like 20 seconds there.
And
that leaves KSI on profit.
Unlike last game, they don't have Concussive Shot, which is a 1600 range initiation spell. I also don't like the fact that NS opened up with Counter Helix. Just leave your point unskilled, because you don't know when you need that 4% slow from your Battle Hunger.
It's a pretty measly slow.
I mean, if it lets you catch up for a Veno Gale, you get a kill, right?
That's true.
Yeah, just leave it unskilled, but, you know, it's fine. They're going to run into the lane.
Yes, Lumi.
I'm just saying.
I'm just teasing. Inviswurm picked up Illidan. He'll probably look to grab that, or maybe they'll give it to ars-art. It has not been seen by the Dire side, so they don't know that he's got this Inviswurm, and that could actually pose a lot of issues.
Oh, if he lands a 2-man game.
Oh, man. Even if he just hits one, I think that one hero's dead. Already the Link begins. Synderin trying to run now. The telekinesis is in.
Oh, toss him back to the Link. Synderin says, no, my friend, don't give me that thing.
There's a Gale. There's a Gale. They're still diving. And now this looks good for Mouse. They think it's safe. The Gale only hits Pos. Pos, I don't know if it's enough. Illidan dropping low. No, it doesn't work out for VP. Mouse just outplaying them. Oh, God, that's lame.
Pos survives Oh, he dies to poison. Nobody denies him. So it's all fine.
Still, this lane is so screwed.
Lane's done.
No experience to VP. I didn't like the fact that they went so aggressive that early, because Mouse, as soon as the Link's out, will probably look to run.
Yeah.
I think you just wait until Veno gets in range, you kind of hang back, you dance around, then you jump them. And if they did that, I think they would have had 2 kills and the first blood.
They also need level 2 very badly. Like last game, I talked about how level 2 is very important because you need spin and your Battle Hunger. Same thing here. They needed that level 2, and they don't have it.
So now Mouse looking pretty good. And since this tri-lane isn't going to be crazy off the bat, we can look at our other lanes. Tame My Wild on your solo mid Quap should dominate Fata on the Beastmaster, and we already see it. 6-2, and Fata burning through his regen rapidly. But if you bottle Crow, you'll get something out of the lane. There might be a contest to your top. And the off lane, we'll just keep the camera top when we talk about it, is going to be an off lane Lightstealer against a safe lane Prophet. Oh, so far okay for both. They've caught out ars-art, though, and well,
that's it.
What do they do now?
You
can't really lane here.
You leave.
But what do you do? Like, where do you go? What do you do with these heroes?
Tri-lane bot KSI in a little bit of trouble here. Speaking of Koifa, look at his regen. He's got like 9 tango and a salve and a feast.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he running a regen shop? He might as well be.
He was pulled, my friend. He was pulled.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, he's... The thing that this matchup used to be something that Lifestealer could dominate with the old open wounds. Nowadays, when Nature's Prophets are in this matchup, they normally go phase boots, and I would say that it actually seems to favor the Prophet.
Yeah, they win that matchup.
Because Leicester can never get a range to open wounds, and you can right-click him really hard.
Yeah, and your Treants actually do a good amount of harass, because that Stout Shield, it's working overtime, but it's not enough.
Yeah, KSI, only level 3, hasn't skilled that 3rd point yet. We'll see what direction he goes. He actually picks up an Oov.
Oov.
Merlini's converted me. It's so simple and easy that way.
That's a nice harass. Look, like,
it's kind of pathetic on ranged heroes, but if you're going to hit him like 100 times in the lane, then eventually it'll pan out. Meanwhile, though, Illidan on the run. Syndered's gotten impaled, but I like what Illidan's done here. To some extent, he's stolen a lot of damage. Oh, not enough.
Rockets.
If he didn't go in, they lost the support. Well, they lose the Razor instead.
I just want to let you look at Black skill build. Forget Black Cannon. That's not how we win this game. We just go stats.
He's holding
Rocket
his
Barrage.
He hasn't taken stats yet.
Still though, like Rocket Barrage is the king of these close range battles.
It is what we said in the draft. It was as soon as they picked Gyro, it's not the same lane.
Yeah, it's not.
I still think VP could have had first blood because they had an invis rune, but in a normal engagement, you just can't dive and creep skip against the Gyro. He's got great move speed and he hits like a truck. Not even a truck. I mean, he hits like a monster truck or something. Just crushing the regular cars that VP have brought to the rally. To the rally.
This top lane seems like 1v4, but it's actually 0 versus 4 because they did not get the experience for that one kill they got. It was the poison damage that died on the tower, which, to be honest, Virtus Pro need every bit of XP to get. If you look at the tri-lane right now, you have a level 5 Gyrocopter to a level 2 Razor. Lane's done.
He can solo it. Illidan can't really do anything. Black has his phase boots soon, and once he has them, when Razor static links you, you just say, okay, I don't need that because I have Rocket Barrage. You run next to him and you kill him with Rocket Barrage. Although bottom lane, no, not going to be able to find a kill on Quakefa. By the way, he's gone through his 9 tangos and healing salve, so you do have to give this Nature's Prophet a lot of credit.
Oof, doing work here. Back in the mid lane here, Fada perhaps is going to get ganked. NS got that level 2 battle hunger.
Tamewatt's way too low for this, so he's got to regenerate, he's got to kill the boar.
But the TP comes in. Good response here.
And they don't need that support top. Beautiful reaction, good awareness. The only way that I think Mouse get in trouble here is if they start losing their other lanes, and you won't lose this top lane. The Gyro's about to be level 6. And even before he hits that, VP cannot kill him with these two.
Yeah, and let's not kind of underestimate Fada's Beastmaster. Remember that he was able to beat Hani's Queen of Pain on the mid lane? Hani even like lost a couple kills. So
I seem to recall Bane was helping him out. Gale's going to fly top lane.
There was like one Enfeeble level 1.
That's
Aside
true.
from that, it was just...
It was basically a 1v1.
Yeah.
Hani got roared at level 6 and before he hit level 6.
Top lane here, they're looking for that Impale. Will they find it? They're going to find it on the 2, and Black says, go time here. With the nuke, ars-art gets tossed back. Ars-art's going to go down. NS is going to go down as well. Illidan's draining some damage, but... yeah.
Razor just does not work against massive burst unless you're really tanky or you're able to dodge it. And when the 2 hero Impale hits, you can't dodge it.
No, you cannot.
And now, I kind of well, mid lane. Looks like we'll have a dive here on Fata. Tame My Wild. Level 3 Shadow Strike, or a Scream rather, and one more right click will bring Fata down. He's got a blink in 3. Fata's dead to rights. He should be anyway. Tame still chasing. The Courier's in as well. Oh, they could lose a Courier. It's got a bottle too. No, he can't get it.
Fada was trying to do some next level plays. He was trying to drop the GG branch and deliver a bottle and bottle through the poison. Come on. It was a good play, but it was... yeah.
Why not? It was worth the risk, I guess.
Worth a try. We're gonna
Quap needs to hit the Courier like 3 or 4 times to kill it, so... Unlikely they would have gotten the Courier anyway. But to go back to your original point of the lane's over, you can't be there anymore, I guess the problem is you can't afford not to be there either. Like, when you have a Venomancer and an Axe and a Razor, you can't go farm. You have to win the lane.
I mean, you could try to win the other lanes, right? Axe, by the way, getting chased by 2 or 3 heroes. Oh, Axe, my friend.
He does have a level 2 battle hunger, but yeah, not when there's a roar available, not when there's this much burst. They won't even need it. Now Sin, his damage being stolen. There's actually no roar.
They have
bottle
cooldown.
Comes in.
They have cooldown.
Black's on the hunt. It's a little far to go. And the Creeper is pushing. He'll go back to the top.
Don't need to chase, or you got your kill and go back in lane. So, I mean, exactly what does Virtus Pro need to do? I think Tame My Wild need to have the biggest snowball of his life.
Koikfa going on ars-art bottom lane. Well, he won't get a kill, but a force out of TP. Yeah, so Koikfa... Oh, this will help.
Okay.
That Courier was bottle crowing, and it just moved so slowly. God, there was just nothing it could do.
Oh, is he going to go for some body block here? Fada's got to use that Axis. Axis on cooldown right now.
Roar's there on Tame My Wild, drops him low. Now the TP
Raph comes down. They're going to get a kill. Nice. KSI keeping their team in it.
The score 3-8. They have to just keep on doing it. Cannot stop for a second.
I mean, the Go Graph swing right back up after that courier kill as well as the hero kill.
Yeah, that was a series of incredibly fortunate and great events from them. They saw the Bottle Croy mid, so KSI just backstabs the courier. You got a bit lucky that the speed burst was on cooldown, but that's where, I guess if you're Mouse, you just got to wait until the speed burst is up before you show the courier. That's a very next level thing to have to worry about, though.
And one thing I guess to keep in mind is that whenever you play against KSI's Prophet, he will snipe your courier. I've not seen a game where he plays Prophet and the enemy courier does not die throughout the game. He looks for courier snipe 45 minutes in the game as well.
I don't know if anyone is Bambo beat, though. Bambo will Shadow Blade TP into your base and wait at the fountain to kill it, and he'll do it all game. I saw him do the same thing like 3 times in one game.
Oh,
but
Bambo.
Outside of Bambo, I think, yeah, KSI one of the most diligent about it.
Cannot go as hard as Bambo. Or should you go as hard as
Bambo? Of course, Bambo also does that and feeds to the enemy fountain, too.
And Bambo makes play at the Roshan.
It's hit or miss.
Oh, here comes Fada on the... Oh, Black on the top.
Get Black here. He's not in range to do a whole lot. He'll TP out immediately. Oh!
Is it following him?
It doesn't matter. Bag of the fountain. He'll live.
The poison's keeping him. No.
I don't know if it follows you, actually. We'll find out soon. I'll keep my camera here, because there's nothing else happening right now. And
oh.
Yep, it does. Okay. You learn something new every day.
Radiant's middle tower is
meanwhile, in the jungle, NS using his Battle Hunger to farm some neutrals. Still no call from him.
Yeah, that's sad when you have to do that.
Yeah, you want to be using that on heroes. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Illidan will start to steal some damage, but I think it's too late. Koikfa has access to Infest, won't bother to use it yet. Now does it. Illidan sticks back up, still running, still alive. Not enough. The Plasma Field comes forth. It won't be there. There was no Prophet available. The ult already deployed. The TP just cooling down. There's just because their tri-lane went so poorly, the amount of pressure on Tame on Wild as well as KSI to carry this game nearly 2v5 is backbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw the last game, I was like, why don't we see more Axes? Why isn't Axe picked every game? For every one of those games, there's more like 6 of these. Like, it's really high risk, and I'm not really sure how often it works.
And I also think it's something that you have to surprise your opponents with. If they know it's coming, they get something like a gyro. Mid lane, they'll find Fata. Co-op ult brings him down. Tame My Wild, no TP out available. But they're afraid to chase this. The courier, or rather, the Hawk will fall. Now a Gale into Pass. He's stolen it right back.
Oh, wow. That's a big one to spell.
That's a really good spell to steal. If you get a lift-off, guaranteed Gale after that, that hero just doesn't move. It almost walks backwards. That's how slowly it moves.
Illidan is farming away on the bot lane. He's got a Slink. He's a level 5. Yet one of those Razor game where you either
Cinderin is just being a dick right now. Steals the Invincible of Tame My Wild. Yeah, Razor needs a lot, though. When you're up against Gyro especially, Gyro and Nyx, I mean, just massive burst damage. He's got to be even tankier than normal. And the hero already needs to be very... He's got 700 health. He's got phase, that's nice. Now you need your point booster. I would say your point booster and your drums and maybe even a cloak, and then you'll be in okay position to fight.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to find that kind of farm, though.
By the time he does, Black will have a BKB.
Yeah.
Already, he's got his overclock.
I just don't know what this Axe can do now in terms of ganks. Can't really... they tried their best to gank Beastmaster mid. It was, semi-successful. They got him a couple kills. Can't get him Black anymore because he just fights you and kills you. And Koifa is just out of question. Meanwhile, the supports are always, hiding. So, what do you do if you're the Virtus Pro team?
If you group against Mouse, it's a recipe for disaster as well. If you group, you're going into Carapace, Impale, the Calldown, and the Beastmaster Roar. You go into that plus Axes, you most likely wipe on their tower. Is there a glyph up? There is. Mouse are going to defend this, and if BP really force it, it could turn out horribly. They'll need to blow someone up instantaneously. There is no co-op ult here. There's no points in the wards for ars-art. It's just a max, or 3 points a Gale, 2 Instinct. Very unorthodox Venomancer build.
I mean, you go hard, right?
The pushing power is non-existent from this team, and they'll back off as 5. Smoke and back in.
Let's go.
Who's going to initiate? How do you initiate here? There's just nothing. I
mean, you gotta just go on Black. You just dump everything onto him.
It's been revealed, it's been spotted out, and the smoke gank is over.
Well then, I guess now you go
your
back.
Best initiation is Gale. It's okay. It's only a slow.
Oh, Vendetta, I guess I run. Okay.
Meanwhile, while that's happening, there's split push. Koikfa pushing the bottom lane. Illidan stealing his damage, but cannot really go for a kill. He is annoying. I'll give him that. Meanwhile, they have gone in top lane. Call down Zin. Cinderin will fall. Down to KSI's ult. Now NS just looking for some sort of damage, but too much burst from Black.
Look at the urn. Look at the battle hunger. ars-art's dead. Oh, magic stick.
Meanwhile, middle lane. He's probably going to go down, but Fata might not. He's trying to duke it out. Yes, he will. Dead to the Queen of Pain. And
comes Koifa.
Now into the fray. Koifa's going to find one. Looking for more. Tame has the blink. Blink South should be able to escape. He wants this regen rune, though. And that might cost him a bit. It's picked up by the Quap. Tame still sticking around. Scream to clear the waves. Now the sting onto Koifa. Even able to force a TP. 6-11. Not a bad fight overall for VP.
Take my while is like NKSI. The solos has been keeping their team in the game. KSI.
These guys need a no-tail back row after this game. I don't know if VP and Fnatic are on those terms, though. They have not always seen eye to eye.
Well, I don't know. This game looks quite grim here. There's a Midas pickup, so maybe they could go late. Gyrocopter's a carry that you can beat, I think. I mean, despite everybody talks about BKB, Divine, and all that stuff, but he's just one hex away from being ganged by like stuns and stuff. So
the main concern for me is it's not a one-core lineup anyway. You still have Koikfa, who's farming towards his armlet, and Mouse have great counter initiation. The Nyx and the Beastmaster. If you go in on them while you're busy trying to kill Black, if his team's there, you're in trouble. But this case, they might get him. They've got a Quap. No Quap Bolt. There's only one way to stop TPs, and it's Berserker's Call, which has not been skilled.
Won't get it to level 9. And does Zax get level 9 this game? I'm not sure.
Sorry, yeah, actually level 10, yeah, if he takes his max helix.
No, he last game he got it to 9, so I honestly think you get it 8, but
okay. Well, a lot of times you do actually see it even at level like 4.
Yeah.
You max the battle hunger as quickly as possible because it's an amazing early game spell, but just one rank and call often is a kill.
I think it really depends on what lineup you're playing against and what you're trying to do in between ganks.
That's true.
NS likes to jungle quite a bit, it seems like, so the extra pointing helix is helpful. And then you're not really against a blink or anything, so you don't really need to call, but yeah.
When your team has 0 stuns, I think you really do need to call.
Yeah, you do need to call for that reason.
He'll get it eventually. We're not ragging on him here, but NS now smoke picked up, a bracer as well for him. And VP, well, it's the calm before the storm. That second wave of aggression has to be coming soon because you just look at Mouse, they're better at flash farming too. Not only do they have the scarier 5-man, they've got the better lineup to get to the late game. Black getting closer to a BKB. There are some snowball heroes, and they're going for a snowball build. Tame My Wild, the Orchid, is underway. It's under construction, but it's still a good 3 to 4 minutes at bare minimum for being completed. Yeah. Maybe even 5.
NS on the top, I'm looking at his items because I feel like he has the biggest item impact for this game. If he gets a very quick blink, and he's got to skip that bracer, which he's sending to himself. He can't go Blade Mail this game either. Blade Mail will be good.
He definitely can't go Blade Mail.
I mean, it'll be good against the Gyrocopter.
The Gyro will go BKB. You've already seen his Ogre Club, and there's a Life Stealer. So that Blade Mail only kills support.
Bot lane dead.
No, yeah, he's roared up. There's just not much of a way out unless the falls in. It's too late. Now NS just melting to this Life Stealer. There's your
the
chop.
Duncan misses.
It's too early.
He hits the back rim.
Yeah, hits the backboard indeed.
Yeah.
Quick on the run. They'll TP out here soon. So in the end, 2 for 1.
These TP out are just killing them. It is just sad to watch.
It could have been a 3 for 1, but NS, no way he's going in there. That was without the armlet on the Life Stealer. That was without their best 5-man hero, the Gyro.
Well, they are gonna get a tier 1 tower off of this. It's a 2-man kill. It's not bad. All things considered, Vertister won that one pretty handily.
They're hanging on by a thread, man. I still feel like all Mouse has to do is take one big fight, and the game's almost over.
I mean, once Black gets BKB.
Maybe that's just that sense of foreboding about this game, but it's the kind of lineup that Mouse have, really. Just a much safer and easier to execute lineup, and one that has multiple avenues to victory. They can gank, they can 5-man, they can farm for late game, they can split push reasonably well, not great, but decently because of the lack of stuns on VP. Speaking of which, there's a point in Berserker's Call now, Lumi. Taking it at 8.
He
did it early this game.
He used it in that team fight. That's actually what kept most of the other guys alive, because they were taking a ton of damage.
All right, nobody's getting away now. Mouse, your time in the sun is over.
Well, I don't know about that. It is a semi-melee range disable.
The darkness is coming. The night is coming. We'll have to see if VP can prevail there. The vampire is about to come out. On the bottom lane, Koikfa is the Life Stealer backing off. Score still 12-8, 17 minutes in. We can take a look at the golden experience graphs, although I think this game is much more just about the strategy. But It's a 1,000 gold lead for VP. It's even in terms of experience. The big thing to me is that Mouse are getting their core items and levels. The BKB is coming out soon on Black.
How the hell is VP leading?
Actually, he won't get his BKB. He's going to go down now. This is big time.
Oh, Wrath. Wow, nicely played.
Didn't think they'd get the vision for the Wrath.
No, he summoned the Wrath, and then he made trees here.
While that's happening, ars-art getting picked off bottom. Now it'll be NS's turn to fall as well, possibly. But in comes your Razor. Perfect moment for him to strike. He's marching forward. Everybody's backing off. Cinder and dropping low. Plasma Field cooling down at 5. He'll get Cinder, and he won't get Fanta as well. Now Quakefoot joins the fray. There's some decent damage on Illidan, but you cannot match the might of an Armlet Lifestealer, and down she goes. Well, they did delay the BKB, but they lost 3 in doing so.
Axe is going for mech. He's got a buckler on him. He should have really popped the buckler during that team fight. Maybe it got the Razor out. I don't know. But, that's tough.
Okay, so they get a mech. I guess they kind of need whatever they can get now.
Yeah. Actually, Axe with mech is not bad. You need the stats, you need the armor. Quakefoot going for the solo kill on the tower. Gale's going to get dodged, and tower not going to get denied.
That hurts.
TP coming in. Oh, Axe. Too late to the party. This is literally like the 9th or 10th time that Mouse just TP out from a 4-man gank.
Virtus Pro. I'm legitimately sad right now. I am so sad for people.
There's a tear just coming down my eyes.
That's the teardrop. That's a Lumi tear. Doesn't really look like one. Lumi was just completely ignoring my fine work of art there. That's teamwork for you.
Oh, did you draw? Where did you draw it?
It's over. The moment.
Draw it again.
Watch the rebroadcast.
Oh, goddamn.
So Mousesports now. I mean, for them, this Gyro BKB, I think, is an elixir to nearly all of their problems. If you just 5-man with the BKB, what can VP actually do against that? Like, sure, they have things that go through BKB. They've got Berserker's Call. They've got the Static Link. Oh, here we go. Orchid on Cinderin. They'll catch him out of position. They'll pick him off.
Okay.
If they can keep that up, they're in decent shape. Although, it's going to be an eye for an eye here. NS gets caught. The Buckler has not come out yet. Won't even matter. 1 for 1. An Axe for a Nyx. I would say the Axe building a mech is more important to his team than Cinderin's Nyx. So, I'd say even trade, slight victory for
Mech comes out for Fada. BKB comes out for Black. All right, time to 5-man. Right, because there's no Blink Axe. There is 0 disable.
Yeah, and they don't have very good team fight. You've got some good team fight damage, but there's just no lockdown to speak of.
Right.
Orchid, I guess, but that's about it.
They are actually going to push against the tier 1 tower. Black's in position. You probably drop a call down. That will be the push. So you can even flack off of this. All team while says, I want you. Silence goes on. BKB comes
out a bit.
And Black really though he's actually gonna die through this. They're all focusing in. Where's some mech Fada? Mech is already used on cooldown, so despite the BKB, he dies. Meanwhile, Fada's chasing Illidan. Where's the Axis? One more Axis is gonna do it, but he's getting juke right now. Illidan moving very quickly, trying to tee up behind the trees.
Cinder says, Meanwhile, top lane Quakefoot duking it out, trying to focus Tame My Wild. Now he'll go back for NS. There is a chop available. Quakefoot's in a lot more trouble. The chop. Way too early.
Oh, goddamn, these chops!
That armlet toggle! That armlet, but it's not enough. They still get the goal. He pump faked his ult there, baited out an armlet toggle, and then goes for it. Nicely played
and then
by
still
NS.
fails.
Yeah, and then still fails. But hey, there's enough damage. I think there's just clear miscommunication from Mouse, though. Black, first of all, would have liked to see him use his BKB sooner, but also either they're defending that tower or they're not. If they're defending it, mech should be saved for the tower defense. Everyone should be TPing right away. And if they're not, Black shouldn't be there.
Well, I guess what he did not know from his team is that mid lane, these maps are going to get roared, and then that should be a free kill.
In a lot of trouble.
Yeah. And that mech's not going to be coming anytime soon because he's been dying quite a bit. I'll ultimately get a Dread drop, but look at this! How sad is ars-art right now?
Very sad. He needs a basher. They honestly need a lot of items.
MKBs and bash. Let's go.
Some Yule Scepters, some bashers, your Scythe device. They need something like that.
TP score best item in the game.
Or just mass Shadow Blade so they can just jump heroes instantly.
Just 5-man Shadow Blade and get the burst damage kills.
Yeah, before he can actually TP out.
Yeah, but back to that mid tower defense. I think that what wasn't communicated was, hey, our mech's on CD Black. Don't go crazy. He expected the mech. It wasn't there. He just died. If they had the mech,
yeah,
Black survives.
Again, like I said, just clear miscommunication from the team.
Yeah.
Either Black or his team completely misunderstood. But in the end, it's still 20-13. Mousesports still I think more avenues to victory. For Virtus Pro, it's pretty much at this point, I feel like they're saying, help me tame my wild, you're my only hope. Help me tame my wild, you're my only hope. KSI is your secondary source of damage and utility, but this Prophet is not going to find many solo kills on his own, not for a good 10 minutes. Tame my wild, the only hero that can just walk up to somebody and actually kill them.
Yeah, I mean, Tame My Wild can only do that whenever his ult's not on cooldown, so he's not doing it every other time as well. So, and of course, meanwhile, these supports are picking up more and more items. If they just brace her up, get a Vit booster for, and they actually just will be fine, to be completely honest.
So they're hanging on. They're getting close to a mech on NS. He's just about got it now, and we see Mouse start to clump near the Roshan pit. You've got the boar, you've got some great sight around here. It seems like they want to take that fairly soon. Black applying pressure to the top lane. Helm of the Dominator online. He sent hasn't sent a big creep over to the neutrals just yet. But can they just take Roche? Is there anything VP can actually do to stop this?
Well, VP's right now trying their best to push out the creep wave. I mean, there is decent AoE damage, right? From the Venomancer ultimate, from the Queen of Pain. And if Mousesports decides to TP out against that, then the Roshan goes the other way.
Well, that's where one axe call could just win them the fight.
He's got no blink. He's not no blink.
It's okay. You've got your Gale. VP, I believe in you. I do. But it's going to be tough for them. They have to walk into Roar, into the BKB, call down ult. They've called out NS. Not the best hero. They've thrown him into the team. A huge quad pull comes through. Off with his head, says NS. He's gotten one, but Black's flacking quite a few down. Koikfa's into the fight. Healthy as all hell. Tame My Wild in trouble. Illidan to fall. Casually drives by Koikfa. Now they'll catch out the Prophet. 3 hit the deck. Koikfa still tanking for all he's worth. Came on the hunt. One's Black, but Black's alive. He's baited it out like a champ. That's 4 dead. It's a Prophet buyback into a TP bottom to farm. And I don't think it was good enough.
Well, everybody backs off from Mousesports here. 2 people only alive right now.
4 for 2, and they forced the buyback, and Roche is safe. Nobody's taking it.
Yeah, Mousesports, I mean, that was the deciding team fight for me, because Mousesports, that was probably their most testing moment. They won that one very handily, and because they kept Tier 1 and Tier 2 on mid and bot respectively, they get the shortest reinforcement path, and they're back in the Roshan pit.
It was a great quad ult. There was some nice follow, but that's where we saw the mech come into play quite a bit. We just saw the raw durability of a lifesteal against the primarily magic damage lineup. He was at full HP after all the nukes were used, and then everybody from VP just had to run. I mean, even if Razor had stolen a bunch of damage against an armlet lifestealer, if you haven't stolen his damage, you still lose that fight.
Yeah, and Razor, again, one of those games that is just a complete non-factor. He's just not doing it.
Yeah, it's like you said. Generally, either the hero crushes or he gets pro.
Black is going to win a 1v2 right now, but look at NS trying to help his team. Pops a mech right now, but
there's an Aegis here. Is he going to look to fight? He's low. He might go down if he tries to run. Ooh. Still, the battle hunger's there, even through the immunity.
Nice.
They lose the Aegis for basically zilch. And now the Lifestealer tries to turn things around, but Mousesports forced back. Overconfident. Tame My Wild says, I'm going to punish you. He likes it. He's got a Ghost Scepter. Black can't really do a whole lot. They'll cancel a TP.
That one stun.
They'll lose Fata. The one stun is just enough. One's all you need here. They take 2. They pop an Aegis. And now they're pushing mid. Some sloppy play for Mouse and some good capitalization from VP.
Yeah, I mean, VP put the K in that capitalization because Eidolon was hitting 250 after those Link, and Mousesports was trying to fight that. That's a huge mistake. You cannot fight against that Link. Because Black wasn't doing any damage because, well, he got his damage rain.
Lumi, I got some news for you.
What's up?
There's no K in capitalization.
No, there's K's in capitalization. Come on.
Oh, the other K.
The other K. The other capitalization.
The other kappa.
Come on. You gotta follow me up on here.
Half the chat's going to be saying Lumi does banned. The other half of the chat will be saying capitalization. We'll see. As for Mousesports, they'll go back to farming. 24-16 you score. 26 minutes in. And what the hell just happened? Okay. Tame My Wild diving the enemy Tier 2. And now on the run is KSI as well. There's a gem on the deck, but they want KSI first, and they're going to get him. Okay, casually fed a gem away, I believe, or was that the Lifestealer's gem?
I don't know, but
we'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah. I mean, they cannot make those.
Okay, that was Mouse's gem at least.
They cannot make those plays.
Those were the 2 heroes that had the entire team on their back, and they both just died.
Well,
that hurts.
I mean,
to be honest, that's a very low percentage play. You're diving, as I mentioned, one of the best teams to counter-initiate in the game, and they have a tanky carries and the Lifestealer and the Gyro. chances of Mouse, that's like just hoping that your opponents are stupid almost. Maybe Mouse will ignore this dive on the tier 2 and won't come defend.
I mean, when you're down this much, those are the play that you sometimes have to make, and well, that didn't capitalize on anything.
Yeah, definitely not there. So now Mousesports 1 game away from taking the grand finals, leading 26-17. The Germans looking good, and I just don't know if VP can hang on much longer.
So my question for you is that Axe had about 1,900 gold, and then he decides to go plate mail. Do you think he should have gone Blink instead?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious how we feel about it, but Quakefoot will get caught out. It'll be another pick here. No. Oh, no. The Triads are going to...
Run it back to the tower.
Nah, he can infest Rage, and then I think he just TP's out. He's got it. Oh, didn't Rage. Didn't Rage. Now he's fighting. That's why he's got some backup here. But Armlet Toggle. He's got one more in him if he needs it. He's going to live. Outplayed. Severely outplayed. And now Cinderin on the run. He'll static store, or rather he'll Carapace here. He'll try to retreat out from Illidan, and it looks like they'll get in and they'll get out, and that's another death for the Quap.
They get out here as the Viper Pig, applying a little bit of slow. Nice Tree Sprout here, gonna slow it down, and I think Poss blinks back in. He's looking for the lift. He's looking for the lift. Can he find it? Oh, Impale not gonna hit. Nice try, nice try.
Meanwhile, mid lane, NS trying to be a man. Speaking of Blink Daggers, we do have one. Fatso's picked it up. And they've gone in on mid. Black, remember, he's got a BKB. They want to force that out. They can't even do it. All they get is a TP for their trouble. Black very patiently holding on, and he's almost got that MKB. Then you go on him with a BKB, and oh boy. Like you mentioned, Razor's basically a melee hero. Veno's got short range. Quap is normally blinking into the fight. VP could be getting 5-man flacked, and if they do, ouch.
I mean, flack or not, these guys are just dying. I mean, let's not just say Flack is a good late game spell. If you just look at what he does in terms of damage, he's hitting for like 230 with insane attack speed damage, with lifesteal on top, and with BKB. Like, just that alone, I don't think VP could beat. And then you put in Flack.
Static Link, bro. It'll be all right.
All right, okay, you do have Static Link. That's something.
If they can somehow Blink call him and then link him, maybe.
Yeah, that's actually their best start. And hopefully, you know, they don't die to everybody else and they kill Black.
They also desperately need some other lockdown. Like, they gotta get a Scythe of Ice on KSI. He's working towards it. Obviously, he wants a next. He's picked up an Ultimate Orb, but it's 30 minutes in. Normally, you see a Scythe of Ice on a Prophet by this point, but he's 4-4-10. Just hasn't had the best farming performance. Only 130 CS at 30 minutes. 4 CS a minute on a Prophet with a Midas Shadowblade is, frankly, pretty abysmal compared to what you normally expect. He's been focusing on ganking. Tame My Wild, same issue as well. Just focusing on ganking, not CSing too well. Dying 6-3 and 6, a decent amount. If they get these Scythes of Ice, that I feel like the window, the cracks open a little bit, but only a little.
Just a little bit. And Tame My Wild is nowhere near it, so they're going to trade tier 2s. Poss going to pick up 1 kill on the mid lane. I have no idea why Axe is there.
He was creep skipping past the tier 2 and then just got caught trying to retreat.
Silence goes on Cinder, and it can't actually attack though, but nicely played. You're going to get 1 kill. Tame My Wild.
Beautiful, but there's a blink. Is there any sort of lockdown? Rubik lifts in. It's been stolen. Now they're going to zap him a bit, but another blink. We'll be able to escape out. He is really dancing the good dance here. Now Shadow striking and screaming.
Oh, what a blink from Poss.
He's got a silence here. He'll silence Poss. There's a missile on the hunt, though. The Purge YOLO homing missile might just be all they need. One more blink. One more zap. This missile is going to be the death of Tame My Wild. He's got the stick charges. He'll pop them out. Blake,
TP.
Blake,
oh
no,
my God. No! Oh, here comes KSI. He wants to get the revenge here against Poss. Poss, no way out of this one here. No, he blinks back out with Queen of Plains Blink.
He's going to lose a gem, though.
He is.
He'll drop a gem.
Oh, Fada picks it and blinks back out. These plays. So much plays. Can't hold them with my hands. Fada still on the run. Blink on 3.
There's a TP in 3 seconds. I think they got him here. Roar's cooling down. Quake was joining the fight.
Oh, my God. Whew. These plays.
Can we pause? I need a cold shower after that.
I need to take a drink of water.
On that note, we'll settle down for just a moment. 29-19, VP fighting for their tournament lives, fighting for a tournament win as well.
Oh, ars-art. He's so dead.
ars-art. Mr. ars-art is now Mr. Dead Venomancer. There's your call down. The roar as well. In comes the pain. And now Black. He's still farming, Lumi, and they ain't stopping him.
He has not stopped farming since all this chaos. And
7, 2, and 12. And 240 CS. It's good. It's impressive against an aggressive tri-lane. It really is.
I mean, come on. They are walking up to you in melee range and says, rocket me.
Hey, he pressed Q so well. He
high skill Q presser.
Look, he didn't just press Q, he like smashed that Q button into submission.
That keyboard.
That was a manly rocket barrage he showed off. Alright, maybe it wasn't that impressive, but he's done a nice job of limiting the pickoffs here and in the mid game. He's been stacking the ancients. You see he's been farming them as well. And once he gets to Satanic, once he gets that next item, in a true 5v5, there's just no way. VP will have to resort
Have we seen
to
a true 5v5 yet? We're 33
VP,
minutes in.
They're doing their rat Dota. It's just they have kind of a weak lineup for it. 2 heroes that are good at it, and then 3 that just suck at rat Dota.
Well, you have one of them that's creep skipping over here in the middle of tier 2 and getting... This is not rat Dota. This is like...
That's man Dota.
This is sad face. Oh.
Well, Lumi, 4 staff now up on your Nyx Assassin. Synderen getting more items. The game's slowing down again. Over-under on how long this game goes?
I'll give it to under 45.
Under 45, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to actually...
And who do you have taking it?
Oh, Mousesports. No questions asked.
How many rares are you betting on that?
All my rares.
You don't have any rares. You already lost them all with your horrible bets.
No, I didn't. That's Merlini.
I get you guys mixed up.
Okay, fun. Fair enough.
If you guys haven't seen yet, Bruno actually did a facial... What's it called? Like a facial mix-up? Like took a picture of each of your faces, and then there's this program that like tries to combine them.
Yeah, it looks dumb.
Basically looked like Merlumi.
Looks exactly
Hardly
like...
saw the difference. We'll have a quick pause here. VP, no penance in game. Don't they have a pennant?
Not anymore after this game. They had about 1,000 pennants last one. Where is VP's pennant? Is it in the store? It should be. Come on, they're a TI team. Have they, by the way, solved their visa issues? Is that updated for anybody?
We'll have the answer soon, but supposedly it was just everybody trolling in the Russian scene.
Okay.
Even when I asked Dendy if he was serious, when he tweeted and said that Lost or Light of Heaven would be played, he said, yeah, I'm serious, but of course he wasn't. He was trolling.
You can't trust the Russians.
I mean, I'll believe it when I see all 5, because Russian teams in the past, in general, and Russian individuals have had a harder time getting their visas. Mm-hmm. We saw last year only Vlad got a visa out of all the Russian commentators. I imagine after what happened last year, they've probably been a little more proactive, but you never know. You show up for your visa interview, and they decide that you're trying to move to the U.S., and they don't believe you that you're here for a tournament, then they don't let you in.
There is no VP pennant. I do not see one in shop.
I believe it's up to the teams to secure a pennant. Like, they have to contact Valve. They have to fill out some paperwork, reach an agreement, and it's possible VP just haven't chosen to do it, haven't gotten around to it, or who knows what.
That will be missing value.
Which pennants do you own, Lumi?
Nothing. I can't support a team, apparently, because I'm a caster.
What?
Apparently you can't do that.
You're not allowed to own a pennant?
Oh, I guess publicly you can't be like, you know. Isn't that the code?
The caster's
code? The caster code, and I said, fuck that. I support my Ehon. Where are they now? They're not in TI3.
Where are you at, bro? Let me tell you, you're not going to be supporting a winning team if you do that.
Yeah.
So we'll march on. It looks good for Mouse. It really does. It's a slight gold. It's a slight experience lead. It feels like they have the better late game lineup. It's sort of in a generic average Dota they would, but this can always happen. There's a pick-off attempted on Black, a 2-hero scream. There's your mech. They keep Black in fighting shape. They'll drop a call down. They'll retreat out. Black unsafe to fight. In comes Synderen's corpse. Tame going to town here, but he might end up going down. Maybe it's Black. He's being kited.
Oh my God.
Outplayed, heavily outplayed, and now another outplay. Pass. He's picked off the Quap. He's stolen the gem. Huge Sonic Wave grab.
Oh, the ward block here from the Venomancer. Oh, Fada's going to get picked off. The gem goes to the ground. Nobody picks it up just yet. The Gale's going to hit on Koifa. Koifa is trying to rage through it, but the slow is still right there. The Link draining all of his damage. Koifa gets sprouted, and that's yet another kill. Call it 4 dead for Mouseboard, and I don't know how these rats
What a mess. What a mess.
Okay.
They tried to eat their dinner, and about 90% of it ends up on the floor. Man, BP just nailing that fight in Mouse. The one thing they cannot afford to do, and the one way they can lose, is getting picked off. The fresh shiny Scythe device on the Prophet, now a Crystallis to go with that as well. And they even want to go for the Roche Pit if they steal an Aegis for Black. Oh boy, watch out.
another team fight where they just underestimate Link's damage output. Black had nothing. Illidan
and they didn't fight at 5v5.
Right, Illidan was hitting like for 300 per pop, and he was moving quick while doing so. But Mousesport buys back.
Blink into the pit, bypass. He's lifted up NS. He's thrown him on a cliff. You're done, buddy, he says. NS, no more fighting for you. Illidan to fall. A big kill streak now ended, and it might be a Mouse Aegis. They lost the huge fight, but getting the Aegis and getting that kill might bring them right back.
Buyback is where he's at. And to be honest, Radiant don't
Buyback
have...
on the Dire side, and they have their tier 2s up. Very hard for VP to actually take an Aegis. Dare I say it? I mean, as soon as you see the buybacks, I think they should have backed.
And that's where the inexperience of the Radiant team comes in. Like, Razor got a ton of kills in that fight. He has 300 gold right now because he spent, I think, gold on Bracer? He spent gold on something. Because he shouldn't have more than, or less than that.
Even if he had buyback, though, he wouldn't have gotten there in time. So, I don't know if that matters.
He's bought a Drums recipe and a Morbid Mask. But, like, if you do buyback, who knows if Mousesport gets scared and has to back off. If your it gives your team more plays and, or more options at the very least.
Or they could have just backed off and not died. Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Either or,
You force out the Mouse buybacks, and I think you just retreat. But ultimately, this is where Mouse, as we talked about, have more margin for error, have more ways to win this game. They can screw up a fight, and then just go and win the next one.
Hold that thought. KSI up top here.
It's a bait, it's a trap, but I don't know how good the trap is. Koikva's low, might drop to the soul burn, Armlet toggling through it, he's gonna live, he goes back in with rage.
Oh no.
KSI just melts, absolutely explodes, and they'll retreat out, but they've lost a big hero, and what a play from Cinderin, what a play from Cinderin!
How many Sonic Wave kills? How many Sonic Wave kills on pause? That's like 4.
He's stolen that spell repeatedly all game, but I mean 90% of that, 99% of that, Force Staff, or rather Blink, and then, or no, sorry, it was a Force Staff, and then impales through the tree line.
Yep.
Perfect anticipation, had no vision. That is some sick support play from him.
Well, Mousesports wins decisive fights, kills Queen of Pain as well as KSI, which is decidedly the two most important heroes, and I think the tier 2 is going to be going down. ars-art has, what, level 3 Venomancer? How is he level 14? I'm not sure, but okay.
This guy likes to farm.
On supports.
Yeah. I don't know where this farm is going to take them, unfortunately. You give ars-art a Lion, he can do a lot with that farm. Mousesports now muscling towards the tier 3. The tier 2's under siege. Black's in the front lines. He's got an Eagle Stone up. He's going for a Butterfly. Evasion, more right-click potency for him. And now with the Aegis, Mousesports, you said about 44 minutes, I think, Lumi, and Mouse are looking to end it around the 38-minute mark. But will it work? That's the question. They pulled NS in. They've roared him up. Black, there, no BKB yet. He wants to save it for round 2. Just dropping the call down. Going to work, having a ball. I think he might fall to the poison. He's had 140 damage stolen, but he's still hitting hard. Double buyback forced out. 3 hit the deck for VP. Tame trying to find somebody to latch onto. Koikva, scythed up, trapped in the middle of this. He's got a rage. He can't get it off in time. Now Black. Round 2's in, but he's fighting everyone. The buybacks are enough. I think Black's dead.
Oh, somebody gonna get dunked. There you go. Oh, what?
No, you just can't do it.
God damn.
This man right here, this guy, he's allergic to dunking.
No, he's playing the wrong hero.
This guy.
He's getting an AC though. That's okay.
That's a pretty nice item against Gyro and Lifestealer.
Yeah.
So, how much did they lose there? I think they lost 2 and the Aegis. Is that right?
Yeah, they also, I think, Axe bought back as well, so that definitely slowed down the Aegis. But,
I'm saying Mouse.
Oh, Mouse. Yeah, they lost the 2 cores and the Aegis on top of that, and they only got a tier 2 tower. I'm not even so sure that Mousesport is as ahead as we think they are. I mean, we agree that they're ahead, though.
Yeah, I just don't know if they have to force it. Like, just let your flax slowly chip away. Because remember how that fight started. Rubik blinks in, lifts someone back, the axe. And of all heroes, he lifts the axe in. Then they roar him. You really want to use their spells on more important heroes, like the Prophet, the Queen of Pain, and I don't think they need to force it so much.
Oh, mid lane here.
This is trouble for KSI.
No.
He thought it was a good idea. Cinderin says, nuh-uh. Bad idea.
And Illidan's Storm Rage is going to get found here. Beastmaster Roar is going to, well, he's draining a ton of damage. Oh, nice force that back out from Cinderin. Dodges the Queen of Pain ultimate, and Illidan is going to do work, but he's not going to find anybody.
By the way, Static Link was stolen, and Rubik has stolen 200 damage.
I told you that yesterday, but you don't believe me.
Wait, it said he did. No, looks like there's no stolen damage now. His is worn off. Now Cinderin on the run. Tama while jumping forward again, finding the kills. Where's the Gyro? Black's back at Fountain. Not involved in this fight. Finally TPing into it, but it's going to be too late. VP retreating out. I don't know what was going on there. Black was just sitting at base. Did he have to go heal, maybe? I'm not sure.
Maybe his TP was CD. I don't know.
That hurt. That was such a prolonged 4 or 5 hero dive against the gyro with BKB. The way he's been dying is when they go on him and they link him, or they just burst him. But if he shows up late and the enemy team's clump, like VP won't win the fight then.
Yeah, you know how earlier you said that Mouse is working on a kind of dual core, even a tri-core strategy? I'm not even so sure about it, because Black is decidedly the heaviest carry, and every time that Razor links him, they win that team fight. Because I don't think Koifa, well, KSI is just too much plays right now. Too much.
I just saw a purple dot in the minimap. By the time I get there, he's dead.
Right.
Was he trying to snipe the courier?
Well, I guess so.
Almost got that branch. That hurts.
Courier baits. Too strong.
And now Mousesports, they've got a butterfly coming soon on Black. Oh, Roshan's still dead for 5 minutes. I think if you're VP, you probably don't defend your tier 2 here.
So,
knowing VP, they probably will, though.
I mean, VP should not defend this. Oh my god, they are going to go right on Black.
There's no Prophet sight. He BKBs. He pops the call down. He's going to work.
Oh, but the call!
Oh, where's the roar? They couldn't get it off because of the call. The damage is being stolen. Illidan's actually winning the fight.
Oh my god, Illidan
What a call!
So much deeps!
Where was Quakefa? He finally arrives. He wants Illidan. He's dropping fast, but not fast enough. Gems all over the place. One hits the ground.
But Black dies like another time.
He had his butterfly, and now he's dead.
Yep.
Also, Quakefa wasn't really there. Like, they're just not fighting this 5. He showed up late.
I think Mousesport is just playing.
Maybe it's fatigue is showing. They've had a lot of grueling days. It's been a long series for them.
Yesterday they played 2 best of 3 and both best
and
of 3.
100-minute game.
Right. I don't think fatigue's an issue for these guys.
Well, no, maybe it is. They've had some long days. Maybe now it's starting to show. It does feel like they're playing sloppy, though. Like, this doesn't feel like the quality of Dodo when Mouse are at their best.
Yeah, and also
they are a very good team at forcing errors.
Yeah, I mean, VP, like, normally a team would not make that defense. They just charge headlong 4v4 and just made that play. And Beastmaster hitting that call on 2 heroes was absolutely huge. If you could make sure you get that Illidan link off on Black, again, they don't lose those fights.
The funny thing is he doesn't have a blink. He just waddled in and Berserkers called them. Like, that probably shouldn't happen if Mouse just spread well.
I mean, if you roar Axe did his job, right? And if you don't roar Axe, he'll run in.
He didn't get the roar off. It looked like he was trying to roar the Quap, and then he got called.
Right. I'm just saying in future team fights, if the Axe just runs straight in, if you roar him, mission accomplished.
Do you really want to use a roar on the Axe, though?
Exactly. You don't. That's what I'm saying. Mission accomplished for the Axe.
Oh. I thought you meant for the other team.
No. Yeah, if Axe draws a roar, his job is done.
It's a conundrum. NS just finding us. It's a support hero, right? The Axe is definitely not a carry. He's not getting farm priority, but it's a 4 position that's found his way to an AC. He's got it very, very soon. And an AC for VP is a huge item. Anything that helps them live longer means more time to steal damage from Gyro, more time to turn these fights around.
I think that if somehow Illidan Storm Rage survives through these team fights, I'm going to say that if they get a link on Black, there's no way Mouse will win.
They have so much burst, though. They have this massive Lifestealer. They've got this enormous Gyro.
Okay, with
they've
AC,
got Roar, and they've got Nyx.
With AC on top to give them more armor against Lifestealer. With BKB...
He's got 1,500 HP. Come on.
Exactly. If he somehow survives. He's got 13 armor, right?
I think if, like, in that last fight, if Lifestealer's there, I think the Lifestealer just kills Razor. He showed up when the fight was over and still managed to
killed Razor. Yeah, that's true.
It's again, I think Mouse have to actually fight as 5. If they get 5-man called, though, they probably do lose that fight. As long as they don't get 3 to 5-man called with not their whole team there, especially, maybe they have a shot.
Well, there's that AC. That's gonna be good.
Big item this game. Very big item.
Good against Lifestealer. Good against basically everybody. Mousesports gonna get Ticket Tower on block.
Can VP find a way? Oh, they just blew their glyph. Blew the glyph for a tier 2 and unable to defend it. That could hurt them. That could really hurt them.
And I think KSI is about to finish his data list. We saw a ton of crits last game. Let's see if we're going to see a similar amount of crits. Also, ars-art is just holding on to 3,200 gold. Is he going for the full? Oh my goodness. We're going to see a shotgun Venomancer. Come on.
No, not if Sin finds him now.
Come on.
Papa Sin's in the house, waiting under cover of Vendetta. Diving the tower. Oh, Sin. Oh, Sin, you've just baited your team into a pretty bad fight, potentially, but call's been wasted. Quakefa trying to go to work off with his head, says your Axe, and Black's forced away. Now the Gale's going to hit. Did not BKB dodge. It gets forced back. He will escape out. The Lifestealer as well. I'm very surprised Sin forced that so much. That was a big Deep dive. I think NS is rubbing off on him. You play enough against this guy, and you just want to go hard.
Hey, man, if you see this guy go hard, you want to go
It challenges your manlyhood.
Yeah, it
does. You got to contest.
Well, that he lost a manlyhood challenge there. Maybe next time.
So, the game continues. Finally, Tamewild got a very late sight device. He's had it for a little while now, but there was a good, like, 15 minutes where he was dying a bunch, fighting a lot, and couldn't farm it. VP. We'll head towards the late game here, Lumi. It's ultimately, nobody has this won. It is anybody's game. I still think Mouse have more ways to win and the slightly easier lineup to win with, but that doesn't mean VP can't pull it off.
I just feel like Mouse is playing on Virtus.pro's tempo, and they just need to calm down, reel it back a little bit. Because Virtus.pro, they're just going crazy Dota mode, and I guess they're just very well equipped. Their heroes are great for this, very mobile. The Queen of Pain Blink, the Global Teleport, and apparently Axe walking in and hitting 2-man calls. That's the thing as well.
That was actually a 3-man where he just walked in.
Okay.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But like, if Mouse, have they fought us 5 yet? Should we be asking this question 45 minutes
We've
in?
seen fights where 5 of their heroes showed up, but seeing them all there at once?
No.
I think maybe like one time near Roche.
And that's an issue, right? 45 minutes in, you have one 5-man fight for your team?
And you have one 5-man fight against a lot of kind of small-scale engagement heroes. Prophet. Right. I would even say Razor is a small-scale engagement hero. He doesn't want to get fighting 5-on-5 at once. He wants to fight one, then fight another after he's got
right, exactly. So
and so forth and so on. But here we go. VP feeling confident. They're going to take the fight to Mouse. The Tier 2 falls mid, and another team that uses their glyph a bit late and wastes it. So both teams, no glyph available.
Roshan's back.
If somebody wins this fight convincingly, that's Rax, because there's no glyphs. Well, maybe with mass buybacks, but only big heroes that have them are Lifestealer and Razor.
On that note, I mean, I'm still very, very anxious to find out what Venomancer is buying. Is it Acceptor?
It's all you care about right now.
I mean, ars-art, he's got 4K gold.
I always sit back and just admire ars-art's item selection as a support, so I'm excited for this too. They did smoke. It's nighttime. I don't think it was spotted.
Oh, he's trying to walk in this axe.
Camera was freaking out there. Sorry about that, guys, but they didn't get the jump. Thank God. I think my mouse button was stuck or something. Now, Cinder infested up, looking to go back in. He could find 2. The gems are all on the side of Mouse. Oh no! 2 hero impale. See ya, Illidan. See ya, Tame. Probably to fall. He's low. He's not dead yet. Yes, he is. The mana burn's there. Now ars-art on the run. Open Wounds is in. Ghost Scepter not going to save him now. He bought a Veil, Lumi. That was his purchase. Double buybacks in. Pos screaming for all he's worth. He's sad. I mean, a Veil on Veno is actually pretty sick.
It's actually insane, damage output-wise.
Yeah.
A mech itself would not be enough to take you back.
Multiple it just scratches. What's the total damage on the ult before Veil?
Well, let's quickly do the math here. We have
81 damage
for 15 seconds.
So we can say like 800, plus, like 1200.
1200.
Yeah. 1250 before reduction.
Right.
So then you add the Veil on top of that. What do you look at? Like 1500, 1600?
Bonus damage, magical damage, 25%. So a fourth more than that. Like 1600.
16 to 1700, and then you've got your reduction, of course. So it's a lot of, and that's to every hero.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
And
of course,
AOE.
it's hard to hit the Veil on everyone. That is the one issue.
I mean, the Veil has a long cast range, it has decent AoE, you know, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's a decent AoE. Here we go, Mouse into the pit. They need this Roshan. 45 to 30 your score, 48 minutes in. It looked like an easy win. It has been anything but for them. VP are taking them to the absolute boundaries of what is possible. Black, however, now gets an Aegis. Koikva gets a cheese. And I think now things do get scary. And you do see what happens if they just focus the goddamn Razor. He just melts.
I mean, that was just, again, inexperienced.
And they don't have the gem. Now they've got one
right,
up on
right.
the axe.
How do you make a move across the river against the Nyx Assassin like 40 minutes in without any detection? This is the tournament final of the Corsair Cup, right? Is it okay to get a little mad about that?
Louis going ham. I don't have a problem with it.
I mean, this is what you see in pub games. Do not have detection 40 minutes in against the Nyx Assassin.
I think it's a fair criticism.
Yeah, it is.
They've had some great moments, but that was not one of their finest. Still, I love VP. I'm rooting for them. I want a game 5. It don't look too good now. Gold is even. Experience is way in Mouse's favor. Not that it really matters. But it's all about the order of initiation. If VP get that big Berserker's Call, if they get off the Veil Poison Nova, if it happens, things go their way.
They really need a blink, too. Like, it makes those ifs a lot simpler.
That's true. Mouse do have 3 melee heroes and a gyro, who's a low range. We talked about how VP are sort of pseudo melee. I'd say Mouse is even more, but just haven't found the openings. And now Black's got Satanic and an Aegis. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, Satanic don't
He
matter.
should not. Like, honestly, they can't kill him first. They have to ignore him.
If he has no damage, what is he stealing back?
You have to steal his damage and then ignore him. Because if you waste all your time focusing him, then
That's true. He does have evasion.
These are devastating supports not to burst.
Yeah.
Cinder and multiple mana burns will just destroy heroes. Like we saw, he killed KSI from half HP. Half HP.
KSI also need a BKB after
Speaking
this.
of KSI, does he go Rapier here?
No, he's going for crits. Oh, are they going to make that go? The link goes up, but it breaks. So
Not very manly from
all right,
Mouse.
Mousesport has at least
There's
the
a
link
blink.
cooldown.
There's a lift. KSI. Buyback is available, but he might be forced to use it. Opawoods comes out. It all comes down to this. Huge impale. Sin clips 2. 3 caught between the Nature's Prophet defensive Sprout. 3 hit the deck, and that might be all she wrote. VP, it's been a good run, but this just seems like too much stinking damage. Pass. Another scream from him. Boy, has he been a player or what? Stealing the Sonic Wave, stealing the Scream, stealing every goddamn spell in the game, even the Static Link
He's
as
got
well.
Static Link. He's got Prophet Teleport.
And that's the 3rd gem of the game for Mouse. They've got all the bling their way.
I mean, look at Pass. He's getting wax. All right, I think.
Okay. Yeah, this should be it. Sad to say it.
I mean, I think Virtus Pro.
I'm going to have a vodka for VP tonight, though, in their honor.
Yeah, they play well.
I was already a big fan of this team, but my fandom has gone up probably to unhealthy obsession with their drafts level.
I mean, again, in this tournament, we saw them play every style of Dota, but at the same time, they just make those random mistakes, like Axe
they're not
creep
stable.
skipping.
They're not stable.
Yeah, Axe creep skipping in front of tier 2 towers, not having detection 45 minutes in.
Over here, yeah.
Right, you could get deep in the tournament by playing well, but you're not going to win TI3 if you don't, like, shore up those tiny, small mistakes.
Of course, this is an online cup. It's not TI3. I think it's a decent enough amount of prize money, 6K versus 2.5K, that, hey, you're here. You should play to win, and I'm sure they did, but you imagine they'll go to boot camp, they'll travel to Seattle, and you expect if ever there was a time to be a little more polished, a little more consistent, that was it.
Yeah.
But the old adage is, practice how you want to play on game day.
Yep,
And here we go. Our last fight of the tournament. Illidan gets roared up. He'll melt. Sin still standing strong, and it's just a 5-man march. ars-art to fall. Down goes Fata. They're all dropping like dominoes. That's pretty much it, folks. 53-31. Give him a team wipe. Give Sin the triple kill. Him and Pos, probably your secret MVPs for this game. Fantastic support play. And now, it's time to get ready for TI3 looming.
Yeah.
This is it. It's our last big event before the International 3. Our last studio broadcast before TI3. GEST Dota 2 will continue on Beyond the Summit 2. We'll have some coverage of that. But all your big teams are either in Seattle, LGDN's already arrived, or on their way. The International 3 looms.
Dignitas is going very soon. I think Team Liquid is also going in a couple days. So
they'll pack it up from Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how successful they feel their boot camp's been, but so many different paths these teams are taking to get to TI3.
Yeah.
When you go into it, we've seen VP play, we've seen Mouse play, we saw Fnatic. How do you feel about some of the teams we saw in this event? Do you think any of them have what it takes to go deep at TI3?
I think Virtus Pro could do well on especially group stages. They are a team that could surprise people.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a team to me that could win in a best of 5, a best of 3 if it goes long enough. But in a group stage where this format's are shorter, they will steal games with their versatile playstyle. So I think Virtus Pro is going to do well in the group stage.
I think they're not a team I would put money on, but a team I would not want to play.
Right. I mean, individual bet on the group stages, I'll put my rares on VP on some of the matches. Mousesport, they are a team to be reckoned with. You cannot underestimate Mousesport, especially
I think
when
they're so predictable. Like, you know what Mouse is going to do every game, and I do think that will hurt them against teams that prepare.
Right, but Black don't care. Like, he is going to outfarm you. He is going to outcarry you. He will not make mistakes. It's hard to beat a robot.
So Mousesports, they'll go into TI3 with some decent confidence here. They won the EMS LAN finals. There was no Na'Vi, there was no Alliance there, but still they had a good run of it. And now they win this online cup. They did fall short at the D2L LAN finals. They got crushed by Na'Vi, but who hasn't been getting crushed by Na'Vi as of late?
They play better as the series progresses. I went back to watch a replay as well.
Yeah.
And to me, that was just a pick disadvantage. They gave away Alchemist 2 games out of 3, and Havoc just shred them apart. So
out of these 3 teams, Mouse, Virtus Pro, Fnatic. Who goes deepest at TI3?
Well, our tournament finish really suggests what I think as well. Mousesport will go the deepest, Virtus Pro second, Fnatic EU. Not all of it is there.
And how do these teams stack up to you compared to, say, the other Western teams? Do you think any of them have a shot at doing better than Na'Vi or Alliance? Do they have a shot at taking down the top Chinese teams?
I think Alliance will do quite well. I think Na'Vi will do the best. If I will have to rank the West, Na'Vi, Alliance, Mouse. I had Dignitas pretty up there.
For me, Dignitas is maybe they'll surprise the world. But
I don't.
Way that what we've seen out of them, I could see them bottom 4.
Yeah, I could see them. Bottom 4 as well.
I'm friends with AUI. I like the team a lot, but they have not been performing as of late.
Kaipi's playing better than Dignitas. That's not good for Dignitas.
I would say so is EG.
Yeah,
EG's playing better than them too.
That's not good for Dignitas either.
But maybe teams will underestimate them.
I don't think anybody's gonna underestimate anybody else. Like, you shouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, guys. On that note, that does conclude the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. Beyond the Summit, the main studio broadcast will be off the radar for the first time in a long time. We'll have about a week's delay. Then we come back. We'll be covering the group stages thoroughly. We'll have myself, Lumi, Merlini. I believe Purge and Blitz will be joining us as well. So we'll have a panel, hopefully, for every match. Look forward to our coverage. We'll have more announcements, more information about that in the coming days and weeks. Hopefully some new Kawa videos as well. Look forward to that. But on that note, that concludes the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. Congratulations to Mousesports. They are your Grand Finals champions. They walk away with $6,000 and hopefully some swag heading into TI3. As for VP, they fall short here. They walk away with $2,500 and they'll be traveling there soon. Seattle looms. Seattle beckons. And from all of us here beyond the summit, thank you for joining us. It's been a fun tournament. We look forward to having you here again for the International 3 group stages. See you soon.